Welcome to Inside Plug, the podcast where independent creators and entrepreneurs connect and inspire. I'm your host, Devon Jones. Today on our show, we have filmmaker Patrick Belmonte. Patrick, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to have fellow creators, fellow filmmakers building this community. Thank you so much.
Glad to have you here, Patrick. That's exactly what we're doing here. We're building a community and we're always looking for collaboration and checking out up and coming filmmakers, creators, and entrepreneurs. And with that, Patrick, we have some projects here that we're gonna discuss, but how we usually flow on this podcast is we like to get to know the creator themselves first and then talk a bit about the projects. So when did filmmaking start for you, Patrick?
So I was a law student in the Philippines, and then I came in Canada 2014, and then my mom has a DSLR, and I was like, and then that was like a vlog era. So I wanna do um vlogging, and then fast forward to that, I know this guy who's doing videography. He says, why won't you just get money while doing film or vlogging? I was like, how do you do that? So he brought me to one of his wedding. I was like, oh, I can do this. And then I made myself as a videographer before that. And then my friend who went to film school, they said they need a DOP, and I was like, what's DOP? And then now it introduced me on the film side of video, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. So I tried doing that, and then now I'm full time doing videography, and then for a hobby for films and stuff.
Awesome, awesome. I love that.
Hmm.
And for anyone that's listening, DOP is the director of photography. All right. So wow, that's awesome. So now you're in videography and you're doing director of photography as well. Could you share what was it about? So first you said your parent had the DSLR. What was it about the camera itself that kind of drew you in?
I don't know. It's like because when we're traveling here, because it's my first time in Canada, right? I wanna share it to my friends back home. I was like, oh, look here, I shot this, and this is a beautiful place. And then people are recognizing me. Oh, you have a good eye on camera. Keep working. And I was like, oh, nice. And then now I love camera. Like I've been watching YouTube. I never go to film school. It's just self-taught, like YouTube, like color grading. I'm just watching 3 hours long video on YouTube. And then halfway I fell asleep, and then I woke up. It's a different playing on background. You know YouTube, right? They recommend you on different. So yeah, that's what makes me be today. Yeah.
Awesome.
Just the resilience of watching YouTube channel for 3 hours.
I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
All right. So let's jump into this project. So you had the experience of participating in a 48-hour film challenge. Could you share with us how was that challenge for you?
Yeah. So one of my friend, he asked me if I can DOP his 48-hour challenge, and that was my first the 48-hour challenge that we're gonna play on theater. It's a local theater here, so I'm kind of excited because I want to watch my thing on the big screen. I was like, what it feels like. So yeah, we shot that for 48-hour challenge, and but we didn't get a chance to win. But I feel like when you're going to a film festival, it's you're there for connections, like for every because everybody there are creatives. So if you're thinking to win, you're missing the point of 48-hour challenge, because at the end of the day, you're there to connect people, to know them, to get inspired, right? So yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of 48-hour challenge, because I like I have this script right now that I can talk about, because they won on the 48-hour challenge that we compete, but they want me to do the DOP because they like what they saw on the film festival, and I was like honored to be DOPing for them, and and because they're the winner and they can do renting and stuff. I was like, oh, now I can maybe level up my right, like something like that.
Awesome, awesome. Congratulations on that. So speaking of the 48 hour film challenge, could you share a little bit about your project, that the project that you were a part of? How was that experience? Being at your first 48 hour, how would you guys with the scheduling? How was the shooting? How was being on set as the DOP?
It was kind of smooth because me and the director was like on the same page because we worked a lot of projects before the 48-hour challenge. So we kind of agree on what shot, and we actually finished early, like because of like the trust. You trust your gaffer, you trust your people to do their job. If you micromanage everybody, you won't gonna get finished. But because they're all creatives, I was like, yeah, do what you're good at. I know you're good at this. When I try to explain my vision, they execute it. I don't need to micromanage. So I was thankful for my team because when I say, "Oh, I need this light," they they are executing it perfectly. So yeah.
Awesome. I love it. All right. So now we're at this project. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Polyps Feast?
Yes, Polyps Feast.
Polyps
So
Feast.
that's a 24-hour challenge on Okotoks here in Canada. So we joined without knowing anything. You will get your prompt on 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you're gonna submit on the next day at 6 o'clock. So you need to write the script, you plan, and then you shoot and edit the whole 24 hours. It's kind of stressful, to be honest. But we when we receive our genre and it's a small monster. So before one of the producer, they joined 48-hour challenge on Okotoks, and they used that same mannequin. It's Polyp's name. Use that mannequin for the 48-hour challenge. So now we did a sequel for that. So we used it again to to film to do a sequel. So people are loving it because it's a sequel. Like you can't like they don't think it as a new film because it's a sequel from the 48, and then we did 24, and then yeah, we won best use of genre.
Awesome. Congratulations. Oh wow, that's a big jump from the 40, challenge to winning the 24. Could you share with us the difference between the 48 and the 24 besides the time frame?
Oh, um, I I think the main factor is really the time
Was
because
it done? All
you
right.
yeah, like 24 you only have 24. 48 you have a lot of leverage of time. You can shoot a lot of more, but for 24 we need to be like we're shooting at 8 o'clock at evening until 5 o'clock in the morning. That's it. Like we cannot pass that. Like if we want this and then if we don't like it, we just a little bit, but not like perfect it. Because not every shot you're gonna perfect it on 48 or 20, 24. It's just about how you quick on how do you work under pressure. That's where what I'm thinking when for 48 and 24. You have a time frame that you need to finish. Because if you give yourself a lot of time for your film and stuff, sometimes you just I can do it next year, but this time they give you only 24, and that is the most stress because you have a deadline. That's why it's so fun to join with 48 and 24 because of that kind of stress. Like you need to finish your film, whatever happens, you need to finish your film.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Thanks for sharing that. All right. So Patrick, being that you're still new, just curious, out of the projects that you worked on so far, what would you say has been your greatest achievement?
It's a good question. You caught me off guard. My greatest achievement, I think, to communicate more. Like like before, I was too shy because I'm a videographer. I do myself, directing everything from posing and stuff, lighting. I do everything. And now working on films, you have people under you that you need to communicate. If you don't know how to communicate, people below you will fall apart. So that's why now, even though I'm not doing feature film, I'm trying um to learn how to communicate with people. Like if I say how to explain this, how can I express this? If this doesn't work, how can I say this without offending anyone? Something like that. Like more on communication skills. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right, Patrick, we're at that part of the show where I ask this question. What is a book, a TV show, or a film that you recommend?
Hmm. So for a book, actually it's here. So it's David Mamet directing directing films. It's a new way to look at to shot us different. Like you need to purposely think what is the next um shot that you're taking. If it's doing what do you call this? Like a shot, like you need to think of different ways to tell a story. Yes, that's it's good. Yeah, I really recommend it. And one is the making movies by Sidney Lumet. Yeah. I know I have a lot of books of filmmaking and stuff. I really like them. But if you're doing DOP, I'm recommending the Master Shot second edition. Like this one. Yeah. This is good too because all the composition shots for movements and stuff, how would you portray the emotions and stuff? You will learn on that kind of book. Yes.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. All right, everyone. That's been our episode today of Inside Plug. Patrick, thank you again for stopping by and
Mm.
sharing your journey with us.
Thank you so much for having me and hope we can grow all together and we will see you on the top.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and actually, you reminded me. I forgot to ask you. My apologies. Where can the audience connect with you? Do you have an IMDb, YouTube, social media page?
I have Instagram. My website is still under construction because I'm trying to put only cinematography because I'm trying to move away from videography. I wanna do filmmaking full time. So that's why I'm trying to collect all my but my Instagram is Patrick Kyle 06. Yeah, you can follow me and yeah, and then we can connect. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Remember, connect with Patrick and check out those projects. All right, that's been our episode today. Remember, stay inspired and keep creating. Inside Plug, signing out.